Hello dear students of class 9th, welcome to biology class. Students, in the last video we discussed the various conditions necessary for good health. We also discussed that both personal and community health is responsible for the good health of an individual. We also discussed the services provided by the government agencies to maintain the community health. In today's video, let's discuss diseases, their symptoms, and signs. Students, the word disease means a state of uneasiness, discomfort, or disturbed ease. This is the literal meaning of the word disease. Now, according to the definition, disease is a condition in which the normal functioning of the body or some part of the body or organ is disturbed. Now, whenever a person suffers from a disease, it is manifested in the form of some change or some clues. Whenever we suffer from a disease, there are some visible changes or there are some clues in the body through which this disease is represented, that is, it is manifested. These changes or clues are called the symptoms and signs of a disease. Now, symptom is a change in normal structure or functioning of the body system or some part of it. It means whenever any body part or body system starts to function abnormally, you may say, or starts to malfunction, it means there is a change in the normal structure or functioning. These changes refer to symptom, and these symptoms indicate that there is something wrong in the body. Some examples of symptoms are fever, headache, body ache, stomach ache, vomiting. All these changes or all these clues indicate the presence of some disease, but they do not provide an exact diagnosis of the disease. Let us take an example. If a person has headache for more than normal duration, it means something is wrong in the body, but this headache is not giving a definite clue. It is just indicating that there is something wrong, because headache may be because of high blood pressure, headache may be because of poor eyesight, headache may also be because of brain fever. So headache is just giving a clue, it is just giving an indication, but it is not providing an exact diagnosis. Whereas the signs of a disease are definite clues or indications of a specific disease. Signs always give a definite clue about a specific disease. For example, yellowish color of nails, blood in the cuff, etc. So if we compare the symptoms of a disease and the signs of a disease, the signs of a disease give us a more definite clue of a specific disease as compared to the symptom of a disease. Now students, diseases are generally of two types: acute and chronic diseases. Let us understand their characteristics as well as the differences between these diseases. Now, if we see the duration, acute diseases last for a short period of time, for about a week, whereas chronic diseases last for much longer periods. The symptoms of acute diseases are sudden. They appear suddenly and they are very severe. Whereas the symptoms of chronic diseases, they appear very gradually, bit slowly, and they are less severe in the initial stages, but as the disease progress they become more and more severe. Health factor: acute diseases does not have a major bad effect on the general health of the person. Once the disease is cured, the general health of the person is maintained, whereas the chronic disease has a very bad effect on the general health of the person because it lasts for much longer periods. In any acute diseases we do not see that there is a loss of weight in the person, whereas if a person suffers from chronic disease there is a loss of weight. In acute diseases, the tiredness is temporary until the disease persists. When the disease is cured, there is no tiredness in the body, whereas in chronic diseases, there is prolonged tiredness and exhaustion. And why prolonged tiredness and exhaustion? Because the chronic disease put a very bad effect on the general health of the person. If we talk about the recovery, the acute diseases, they are completely cured and the recovery is complete, whereas if the chronic disease is diagnosed at the second or the third stage, the recovery is never complete and the disease cannot be completely cured. It can be controlled, but it cannot be completely cured if the chronic disease is diagnosed at a later stage. Some examples of acute diseases are cough, cold, cholera, diarrhea, etc. And examples of certain chronic diseases are diabetes, arthritis, blood pressure, tuberculosis, etc. So students, the assignment of the topics that we have discussed today is available on the school website. Answer those questions in your biology notebook, and in the next video we shall discuss the levels of the causes of diseases. Thank you very much.